As we inch closer and closer into seeing our Chicago Bulls get back on the floor, we got to talk about Montes Buzelis on today's episode. How can Montes Buzelis become a cornerstone piece for the Chicago Bulls? Y'all know we going to talk about it, break it down, but you got to hear the music first. Cognac, gang. Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I'm holding it down on today's daily episode right here on Shy Boys Podcast. If you're tuned in with me today, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well for everything Chicago Bulls. But hey, I really want to talk about Montes Buzelis up in today's episode. We know that the Chicago Bulls, it is believed that he could be one of the steals of the draft, as he was projected to be a top 5 pick and slid all the way to the Chicago Bulls to get snatched up at pick 11. So how could Montes Buzelis establish himself as one of those cornerstone pieces for the Chicago Bulls? Now, it is likely that this young fella is going to start his NBA career coming off the bench, at least for now, at least what it looks like, because my projected lineup is going to be a 3-guard lineup that includes Josh Giddey, Zach LaVine, Kobe White, P. Will is going to play the 4, and Nikola Vucevic is going to play the 5. That's my projected lineup right now. It gives, it's not set in stone, and it could obviously change depending on what's going to happen and how Billy Donovan and the coaching staff sees fit for these young players. But I got him starting his young career off on the bench. But it doesn't necessarily mean he has to stay there forever. Now, when we talked about Montes Buzelis, and we understand that the comps that was coming out of the draft, some people, like to compare him to Turkoglu, and then the other people wanted to say he's Franz Wagner. And I'm like, okay, cool. I can see the similarities with that. And when you talk about Turkoglu and how he started his career, the man didn't play many minutes as a rookie. But Franz Wagner did come in and play a lot of minutes and start games as a rookie. So that it's kind of two different pathways, you know what I'm saying? But the comparisons are there when you talk about the size, the ability that all these players have, and especially with watching France over there hoop with Team Germany in these Olympics. You can see some of the similarities, even though France is much further in his development. But Montes Buzelis has a lot of things that you will love in the young player. You know what I'm saying? So the thing that's gonna help him map out this his plan and kind of develop and establish himself as one of those cornerstone pieces is going to simply start with just being himself. That's how it is. We've seen this young player in the G League provide the G League team with a lot of energy. He came out very enthusiastic, showed off his athleticism, showed out his dribbling, showed off his ball handle ability, showed a little bit of 3-point shooting ability. Showed some things on the defensive end with, getting in passing lanes and getting steals and things like that. But it just doesn't stop there. Being himself is just being exactly who we saw him be in, throughout his high school years, throughout the G League elite years. And now, just about a month ago, a little over a month ago, how he was in the G League. Show that dog, bro. You can't keep a dog caged up forever. That's just how it is. Somebody gonna find that dog and let him out the cage if you keep him in there forever. So him just really honing in and being himself and being what we believe he can be when it comes to that mentality and having that dog mentality, that's going to help him earn his way. That's what's going to have to come next for him. He's going to have to earn his way. Montes Buzelis is going to have to first gain the respect of his coaches, secondly, gain the respect of his teammates, and then start to establish himself around the NBA as one of the better up and young coming players in the NBA. That's how he's going to have to do it. It's going to have to start at home with the Chicago Bulls, and on these stops that he's going to be making, playing these different teams, somebody going to be like, hey, once that man gets some old playing time, once that man gets it, figure it all out, he gonna be a beast. He gonna be a dog. We heard many people, shout out players and stuff like that. Some of the older guys, like most recently, we seen Draymond Green give a shout out to Jalen Durant. Give a shout out to Tyreek Maxey, Naj Reed, and these guys got skin in the game. You know what I'm saying? And they are elevating themselves. So if Monty Buzelis can continue to just go come in this year one and establish what the type of player that he's gonna be, he should be good to go. And now he's gonna have to figure out why Billy Donovan cannot leave him on the bench. He's gonna have to figure that out. And I believe it's going to have to be a big decision that Billy Donovan is going to have to make when it comes to the rotations. I understand that right now the Bulls are not in the best situation, especially with Zach LaVine right there kind of throwing a monkey wrench up in this equation, because we don't know if he's going to be here for 20 games or into the All-Star break, or hell, maybe even the entire season. We know the intentions is to move Zach LaVine, but things can change, especially when you got reports saying that him and Billy Donovan mended one of their bridges. You know what I'm saying? So Monty Buzelis right now, especially when you consider P. Will just got paid, you consider the step forward in, you know, the ascension of Ayo Dosunmu and Kobe White this past year, you gonna be everybody gonna be fighting for some minutes. But Monty Buzelis is gonna have to prove to his coaching staff, like, hey, we understand that y'all love Julian Phillips. We understand that y'all love Dalen Terry. We know we got vets on this squad like Torrey Craig and Javon Carter, but they shouldn't be getting more minutes than me, in my Monty Buzelis voice. That's how it should be going, and that's the mentality that he should have. But I think that if you're going to force your coaches to say, we have to play you, it's going to have to start with playing smart basketball for Monty Buzelis. And it's going to have to come with him understanding his impact. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to always be in a volume of scoring for Monty Buzelis. It can come in a number of other things. What if he hones in? Yes, he's going to, you know what I'm saying? Yes, he can go out there and get some shots up. But I tell you, you just shouldn't be shooting shots just to shoot them. Shoot them within the flow of the offense. Shoot them, you know what I'm saying, by allowing your team to take leads or hit big buckets in crucial moments, or be giving your coach that something to remember each time that he places you in the game. You did something on the defensive side. You made you dove on the floor for a loose ball. You play extra hard, and you know what I'm saying, you caused the turnover or a shot clock violation, or you got in the passing lane, and when you got the steal, you was able to quickly push it out, or successfully finally help the Chicago Bulls successfully run a fast break. Be a part of that, because it's not going to come. It doesn't always have to end with Monty Buzelis scoring 20 points per game. He's going to have to realize that he's going to have to place himself in smart situations and be able to affect the games in other ways, because the bulk of the shots is going to come from the others. I don't know what the emphasis is going to be right now for Monty Buzelis in his shot volume, but I can tell you that Josh Giddey is going to get some shots. Zach LaVine damn sure is going to get some shots. Ayo Dosunmu, Patrick Williams, Nikola Vucevic. You got all these guys that's going to get up some shots. You know what I'm saying? And especially when coming off the bench. Me personally, I look at Dalen Terry as maybe like kind of that Swiss Army knife type of player, to where he's not going to shoot a high volume of shots, but he's not going to shoot a high volume of shots, but he's going to do things more within the flow. So that could open up some opportunities for him. But I would suggest that he go into this whole entire situation just playing smart basketball. If that comes with you hitting 3 threes in one game, and then the next game you only shooting 1 or 2, but you know what I'm saying, you attack the basket in a said game. You defended in whatever that game was. You got a couple steals, you rebounded and helped the team get extra possessions in whatever game that is. That's how he's going to have to be able to impact the game in a number of ways, and I believe he has the skill set to do it. We've seen it already in the G League. We've seen it already in G League Elite, you know what I'm saying, and Summer League and stuff like that. So he's going to have to just hone in on his skills and let's polish it up. Let's polish it up and make sure that he's good to go. Then, depending on the impact, I can tell you what starts to help him rise up. You know what I'm saying? It's to start to get recognition around the league. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself in that NBA Rookie of the Year conversation if you could. It's going to be difficult with some limited minutes. You know what I'm saying? But just get yourself in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? If you get yourself in the conversation, you got the attention of your coaches. You got the attention of the league. You know what I'm saying? Even though Kobe White didn't win most improved player, most people have him penciled in to have another big year this upcoming year simply because he placed himself within those conversations. You know what I'm saying? So place yourself within those conversations and compete. That's all we really ask for. And if he does that and places himself within that conversation or becomes one of the best rookies that's the NBA has this upcoming season, especially with, all the negative things that a lot of people talked about this draft, if he come in and silence some of those people, he should be able to place himself in the all rookie team. Doesn't necessarily have to win it. Doesn't necessarily have to be first team all rookie, but it'll be a great thing to be in the second team all rookie. Now, last year we seen Chet Holmgren, Jaime Jaquez, Brandon Miller, Brandon Podziemski, and Victor Wembanyama round out that first team. But if you look at the second team, and we going off just the draft picks that was selected this season, Montes Buzelis really could have a great opportunity to make the rookie all second team, all rookie second team. Because last year we got Keontae George, Gigi Jackson, Derek Lively, Otman Thompson, and Cason Wallace. I'm not saying that these players were trash, but I'm just saying that when you talk about the skill sets of these young players that made the second team, you can kind of see where Montes Buzelis fits up in there and could potentially rise up into making that first team. So I just say place yourself out there, go out there, be yourself, earn your way, make impactful plays, play smart basketball, and place yourself in conversations that start to put the league on notice, to put the Chicago Bulls on notice. Hey, I'm here. And hey, we have a young star that we really, really like, or a young star that may be up and coming. If he's going to be that, it could very well go the other way. I'm going to say it's not going to go that way. I'm going to believe that Montes Buzelis is going to set himself up for a bright future. But it's going to have to come with, we're going to have to see the games first. But my early prediction is that Montes Buzelis will show us why he was selected at number 11 and why we believe that the league screwed up by letting him fall to us. You know what I'm saying? So I believe he's going to show the why. I believe he's going to come and play with a chip on his shoulder because he know that he was a top 5, projected to go top 5, and even calling out the number 1 overall pick, Zachary Richardson. That take guts. So show the league why you should have been number 1. It's going to come with some limited opportunities early on, but it's right there for the taking for him because Torrey Craig ain't showed much. Javon Carter ain't showed much. Julian Phillips still on his way up. Dalen Terry still on his way up. Had a solid end of the season last year, but there's still room for this young fella to make a little bit of noise. And I'm right behind him to say he will make the noise. If he becomes that cornerstone piece, he pieces all that together, he will be a part of this future for the foreseeable future. And then I don't think the Bulls are going to give up on him. They didn't give up on Patrick Williams. They love this guy's skill set, and he will be a part of the future plans for the Chicago Bulls for sure. But that is it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode. If you got any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, drop it in the comment box or hit us up at our email at cognacboys@gmail.com. If you want to call in and be a part of our mailbag episodes that take place on the weekend, call in, state your name, leave your take on anything Chicago Bulls. The number to do so is 773-242-9219. Thank y'all so much, Bulls Nation. Always see red, and y'all already know I'm going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Cognac. Gang.